Welcome to Memory Scope. Subscribe for more historical photos. In June 1982, Vincent Chin was brutally killed in a racially motivated attack by two white men. His mother, Lily Chin, is seen breaking down with relatives supporting her as they leave Detroit City County building, while the killers received only a fine. In 2003, 5-year-old Butedma, a Mongolian girl, shares a joyful laugh with her camel. Captured by photographer Han Chengli, the photograph beautifully portrays the warmth, innocence, and playful bond between a child and her animal companion. In 1943, JFK's boat was sunk in the Pacific. Injured and exhausted, he swam for hours in darkness, dragging a burned crewmate by his life jacket strap clenched in his teeth. He carved a rescue message into a coconut, later kept as a paperweight in the Oval Office. In 1974, 19-year-old Arliss Perry was found murdered inside a locked Stanford church. Her body was posed ritualistically with an ice pick in her head. The case remained cold for 44 years until DNA evidence finally revealed the killer. In 1981, the decomposed bodies of Dean and Tina Klaus were discovered in a Texas swamp, while their infant daughter, Holly, was missing. Remarkably, Holly was found alive in 2022 at age 42, recalling only that two robed, barefoot women had left her at an Arizona church decades earlier. In 1984, 17-year-old Lisa McVeigh was abducted and repeatedly assaulted by serial killer Bobby Joe Long. By showing him sympathy, she persuaded him to release her. Her statement ultimately led to his capture and death sentence, and she later became a police officer. In the 1920s, a Palestinian woman is pictured with her child, capturing a moment of daily life and maternal care. The photograph reflects the culture, attire, and enduring resilience of families in Palestine during that era. In 1940, Anne Frank is pictured with her sister Margot, capturing a fleeting moment of childhood before the horrors of the Holocaust would change their lives forever. The photograph stands as a poignant reminder of innocence lost in history. In January 1955, Charles Manson married Rosalie Rosie Jean Willis. This photograph captures a moment of personal life long before Manson became infamous, offering a glimpse into his early years and the ordinary beginnings of a figure later known for notoriety. In 1897, Duchess of Portland, Winifred Cavendish Bentinck, a celebrated society beauty and humanitarian, attended the Devonshire Ball dressed as the Duchess of Savoy. She was widely admired not only for her elegance, but also for her dedication to animal rights and philanthropy. In the 1880s, Frederick Douglass is pictured with his wife, Helen Pitts Douglass, and her sister, Eva Pitts. The photograph captures a private moment of family life, reflecting the personal side of the renowned abolitionist and statesman. In 1988, a dramatic scene unfolded in Belgrade as zoo officials negotiated with an escaped chimpanzee. The unusual standoff captured global attention, highlighting both the unpredictability of wild animals and the challenges faced by caretakers in urban zoos. In 1961, Adolf Eichmann is seen walking the yard of his cell in Ramla Prison, Israel. Captured during his trial for orchestrating the Holocaust, Eichmann's imprisonment marked a pivotal moment in bringing Nazi war criminals to justice. In 1991, an Alabama school photo captured a spirited moment. A student bursting through a paper wall on a skateboard, missing its back wheel, sporting a classic mullet, perfectly embodying the bold, playful energy of youth during that era. In 1982, a photograph shows my dad and his friends striking a pose that could easily belong to the cast of Stranger Things. Their style and camaraderie capture the quintessential look and feel of youth in the early 80s. In 1885, the Dale Creek Bridge in Wyoming stood 150 feet above the valley floor, a remarkable feat of Union Pacific Railway engineering. Captured by photographer William Henry Jackson, the bridge famously swayed in the powerful western winds. In the 1890s, in Trondheim, Norway, a young Norwegian girl sat for her portrait. Her calm expression and traditional attire capture a quiet moment from a time when photography was becoming a window into everyday life. In the 1980s, in Kiev, then part of the Ukrainian SSR, a gas station stood out for its striking, futuristic design, shaped like a flying saucer. It reflected the era's bold architectural vision and fascination with space-age modernity. On October 2, 1918, near the St. Quentin Canal in France, British Brigadier General John Vaughan Campbell addressed the men of the 137th Brigade, 46th Division. The moment captured their resolve in the final months of the First World War. On March 26, 1840, English scientist John W. Draper captured the first detailed photograph of the moon from the rooftop observatory at New York University. This pioneering image marked a milestone in both astronomy and photographic history. In 1959, at the Joint Institute of Nuclear Research in Dubna, Russia, scientists worked within a meticulously organized control room. Surrounded by dials, switches, and instruments, they guided pioneering experiments at the forefront of Soviet nuclear research. In 1904, a dinner party at the Hotel Astor in New York City showcased the elegance of a new century. Beneath grand chandeliers, guests dined and conversed in one of the city's most opulent and celebrated gathering places. On July 4, 1944, a captured German soldier sat aboard an Allied ship, quietly drinking coffee. The simple moment, amid the vast conflict of World War II, reflected a rare pause in the tension of wartime humanity. Around 1948, photographer Berenice Abbott captured a woman wiring an early IBM computer. The image documents a pivotal moment in technological history, when human precision and ingenuity helped shape the dawn of the computing age. In 1947, Danish Arctic explorer Peter Freuchen was photographed in New York with his wife, Danish illustrator Dagmar Gale. Together, they embodied a spirit of adventure and creativity that bridged exploration, art, and post-war cultural life. In 1924, a 65-centimeter telescope was installed at the Berlin University Observatory in Babelsberg, Germany. This remarkable instrument advanced astronomical research, allowing scientists to explore the stars with unprecedented clarity and precision for its time. Around 1939, in England, a soldier bid farewell to his wife and young children before leaving to fight in the Second World War. The photograph captures a deeply human moment of love, duty, and the cost of global conflict. In the 1890s, Queen Victoria of Great Britain and Ireland was photographed smiling as she rode in an open carriage on the Isle of Wight. The rare image reveals a moment of warmth and ease in the later years of her reign. In 1969, American computer scientist Margaret Hamilton stood beside stacks of printed code she and her MIT team developed for NASA's Apollo program. The software they created guided astronauts safely to the moon, marking a landmark achievement in computing and space exploration. In 1922, a U.S. soldier was photographed kissing his girlfriend goodbye before departing by train. The tender farewell captures a timeless moment of love and separation set against the backdrop of an interwar America on the move. In 1925, high above the streets of New York City, Workers balanced on steel beams as the skyline rose around them. The daring image captures the grit, courage, and ambition that defined an era of rapid urban growth. In 1906, two sisters from Germany sat for their portrait, their calm expressions reflecting a quiet dignity. Captured in soft light, the image offers a tender glimpse into family life and the timeless bond between siblings. In 1952, rain fell over New York City, blurring lights and reflections across crowded streets. Umbrellas moved like shadows between cars and neon signs, capturing the city's restless rhythm and quiet beauty on a storm-soaked day. Taken 126 years ago, a group of smiling Victorian boys gathered for a photograph. Their laughter and bright expressions, preserved through time, offer a rare and joyful glimpse into everyday childhood during the late 19th century. In 1941, a couple sat quietly by the river, sharing a peaceful moment amid uncertain times. The still water and soft light framed their calm, capturing the enduring comfort of companionship during a world on the brink of war. An undated photograph captures a boy proudly posing with his goat cart, a simple yet joyful scene from a bygone era. The image reflects childhood creativity, rural life, and the timeless bond between people and their animals. Once considered risque, this image reflects changing attitudes toward fashion, freedom, and expression. What was once bold or controversial now stands as a window into the evolving standards of beauty and culture across generations. In 1930, an Empire State Building construction worker hung from a crane high above New York City. The breathtaking image captures both the daring spirit and immense ambition that defined America's greatest architectural achievements of the era. 121 years ago, New York City bustled with horse-drawn carriages, early automobiles, and crowded streets lined with towering new buildings. The photograph preserves a moment when modern life was just beginning to shape the city's identity. In 1946, a woman rode her bicycle carrying buckets of milk, balancing strength and grace in motion. The image reflects post-war resilience and the daily determination that helped communities rebuild and move forward after years of hardship. In 1916, the Harley-Davidson race team posed proudly with their motorcycles, symbols of speed, innovation, and American craftsmanship. The photograph captures an era when racing spirit and mechanical ingenuity helped define the early culture of motorcycling. In the 1910s, a mother and daughter traveled together on a vintage motorcycle sidecar, their expressions calm and composed. The photograph captures an early glimpse of freedom, family connection, and the evolving role of women in modern travel. Photographed in 1882 by Charles Oldreive, the new tricycle represented a leap in personal transportation. Its elegant design and mechanical innovation offered riders a glimpse of modern mobility during the dawn of the cycling age. This simple moment, captured in 1930, reflects the quiet beauty of everyday life during a changing era. Amid hardship and hope, it reminds us how ordinary scenes can speak volumes about resilience, grace, and time itself. In 1959, on the outskirts of Modena, Italy, children crossed a river by pulley each day to reach school. Suspended high above the water, their journey reflected courage, determination, and the extraordinary lengths taken in pursuit of learning. In 1978, George Harrison and Stevie Nicks were photographed together, capturing a rare meeting of musical icons. In that fleeting moment, two creative worlds converged, reflecting the spirit, artistry, and timeless influence of an unforgettable era in music. In March 1972, as the World Trade Center towers neared completion, the skyline of New York City was forever transformed. Rising from Lower Manhattan, the Twin Towers embodied bold architectural ambition and the optimism of a new era. Around 1939, an aerial photograph of Manhattan captured New York City in a moment of remarkable transformation. The skyline, dense and rising, reflected a metropolis in motion, poised to become a global hub of culture, commerce, and ambition. In 1930s Los Angeles, a police officer pulled over an ostrich-drawn carriage for exceeding the speed limit, a humorous snapshot of early traffic. Enforcement. Ostrich farms were local attractions then, blending novelty, tourism, and a touch of California eccentricity. In 1969, Elvis Presley and Cissy Houston, mother of Whitney Houston, were photographed together, a rare meeting of rock and soul royalty. The moment captured the blending of musical worlds during one of the most transformative eras in modern music history. In 1934, British actress Jessie Matthews was photographed wearing an enormous headdress for the Revue Evergreen. The striking image captures both the glamour and theatrical extravagance that defined Britain's golden age of musical entertainment. On March 10, 1982, Dan Aykroyd led the funeral procession of his close friend and comedy partner, John Belushi. The moment stood as a heartfelt farewell, honoring a legendary bond and a comedic spirit lost too soon. In the 1980s, a man posed before a Soyuz rocket at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in the Kazakh SSR. The photograph captures the pride and wonder of the Soviet space era, symbolizing humanity's enduring reach toward the stars. Developed during World War I by Dr. Guy Otis Brewster, the Brewster armor suit was made of chrome-nickel steel and could stop bullets. Though protective, its heavy design restricted movement, leaving it a bold yet impractical wartime innovation. In 1940, Anne Frank and her sister Margot were photographed at the beach in Zandvoort, Netherlands. Captured just before the Nazi occupation, the image preserves a fleeting moment of innocence before their lives were forever changed by war. In 1904, some of New York City's first tour buses offered open-air sightseeing through Manhattan. With wooden benches and rustic design, they provided locals and tourists a leisurely way to view landmarks, shaping the city's early tourism experience. In the 1950s, a French man was photographed reacting to his first taste of Coca-Cola. His expression captures the surprise and curiosity that accompanied the arrival of this iconic American beverage in post-war Europe. In 1922, Zach T. Wilcox of Cleburne, Texas, was celebrated as the owner of the world's longest beard, measuring 17 feet 6 inches. His extraordinary facial hair made him a national curiosity and a lasting icon of personal eccentricity. On July 16, 1918, 14-year-old Alex from Saint-Étienne, France, was photographed studying a playground exhibit at the American Red Cross Children's Welfare Exposition. Having worked since age 11, the image reflects his curiosity and longing for a brighter, freer childhood. In the 1950s and 60s, baby car seats resembled tiny lawn chairs, designed more to keep infants upright than fully protected. This early example highlights how far child safety technology has advanced over the decades. In 1955, Marilyn Monroe was photographed without makeup, revealing a rare, intimate side of the iconic actress. The image captures her natural beauty and quiet charm, offering a glimpse beyond the glamour that defined her legendary public persona. This historic photo shows the Dale Creek Bridge in Wyoming, built in the 1800s. The structure was so unstable that trains had to slow to just 4 miles per hour, highlighting the daring engineering and risks of early railroad construction. The day after John Lennon's death, Paul McCartney was photographed buying a newspaper outside St. John's Wood Station. Captured quietly by Linda McCartney, the image reflects a private moment of grief and reflection for the legendary musician and longtime friend. In 1933, Captain Khan made headlines for reportedly catching a giant manta ray off New Jersey, sparking a fishing legend. This photograph, however, shows a taxidermy devilfish, capturing the thrill and mystery that captivated readers of the era. In 1981, Paul Newman exuded effortless cool, his signature charm and timeless style captured in a single photograph. The image serves as a reminder of a legendary presence that redefined charisma and left an enduring mark on popular culture. During the World War II, the British government issued baby-sized gas masks to protect infants from potential air raids and chemical attacks. Made of bulky rubber with oversized eye holes, the masks were often comically large, reflecting the era's inventive yet awkward civil defense measures. Thaflow Harjo, born in 1791, lived an extraordinary 113 years, witnessing vast changes in American history. He fought in 2 Seminole Wars, was relocated to Indian Territory, served in the Civil War, and later settled in present-day Seminole County, Oklahoma. In 1959, hockey goaltender Jacques Plante became the first to wear a protective face mask during a game. The groundbreaking decision followed a serious facial injury, revolutionizing goalie safety and forever changing the sport's approach to protection. In 1957, Dorothy Counts became the first black student at an all-white school in the United States, enrolling at Harry Harding High School in Charlotte. This powerful photograph captures her facing harassment from white peers, highlighting the courage required to break racial barriers. In 1940, in Lincoln, Vermont, a small local store stood as a beloved community hub. The photograph captures a nostalgic moment when such modest shops were central to daily life, offering familiarity, connection, and simple pleasures. In 1931, a young, stylish girl posed proudly beside her family's car. The photograph captures both her fashion and the era's growing fascination with automobiles, reflecting a moment of elegance and modernity in early 20th century life. In 1941, farmers paused during a long day of labor to enjoy a beer. The photograph captures a moment of camaraderie and simple relief, reflecting the resilience and community spirit of rural life during challenging times. In 1945, this photograph captured a quintessentially French moment, blending charm, style, and everyday life. From gestures to setting, it reflects post-war France's character, offering a timeless glimpse into the culture and spirit of the era. Between 1887 and 1889, the Eiffel Tower was constructed in Paris, rising from foundation to iconic landmark. This engineering marvel of iron and ambition transformed the city's skyline and became a lasting symbol of innovation and modernity. In 1931, a young woman gazed out over a vast Nevada canyon. The photograph captures a moment of quiet reflection amid rugged natural beauty, evoking the timeless allure of America's western landscapes.